Hi, and welcome to the 2020 Autodesk Vision Series presentation of the Shotgun Product Roadmap. My name is Warren Trezevant, and I'm a product manager here on Shotgun, and I'm excited to share with you some of what's recently been released in Shotgun, as well as give you a peek into some of our upcoming efforts. Before I continue, I'd like to remind everyone of our Safe Harbor statement, which basically says that I'll be showing you future plans as part of the presentation today. And since these plans may change, please don't make any purchasing decisions based solely on what you see here. When we discuss Shotgun, we like to talk about it through our key workflow areas: tracking and coordination, resource planning, integration and automation, and media playback and review. Our first section will focus on what's recently been released in Shotgun. The first thing I'd like to highlight is related to Shotgun itself, and that's security in the cloud. In addition to our established hosting cloud offering, which has a shared ephemeral compute stack, a shared data stack in S3 storage, along with a customizable media storage location, we're excited to announce our new isolation feature set, which is available to all of our super awesome subscribers to Shotgun. The first feature in this set is media isolation, which makes it possible for you to use your own managed AWS S3 bucket to store content uploaded to Shotgun, like attachments, thumbnails, source media, and transcoded media, giving your studio even more secure control over your intellectual property. Another feature we offer is media replication, which greatly improves performance for studios who share one Shotgun site between different locations across the globe. With media replication, users can choose to download data from the AWS region closest to the physical location, though they're limited to just 2 regions for any given site. Our final feature is traffic isolation, which offers an additional level of isolation for customers who prefer to keep their Shotgun web and media communication off the public internet. Traffic isolation keeps all traffic contained to only AWS and your studio's network. Used in conjunction with the IP allow list feature, your Shotgun site will become completely inaccessible from outside your studio. This new isolation feature set is highly secure and means you can easily work remotely and collaborate in a closed network pipeline, and never worry about maintenance or updates, since Shotgun will take care of everything. At Shotgun, we're committed to our vision of production in the cloud, and we're excited about the benefits this new isolation feature set offers our customers who want to embrace this vision. We're already working with a number of our on-prem customers to transition them fully to our cloud workflows, and our team would love to help you take advantage of these new features as well. Next, let's take a look at some features and updates in our tracking and coordination workflows. Some of our biggest updates are found in the importer, which makes it easier than ever to bring large amounts of data into Shotgun. In our most recent release, Shotgun now works to match links within your imported data to your existing entities. If there's anything missing, you can create the correct entities in Shotgun with the click of a button. Another enhancement is mapping fields in Shotgun to columns in a spreadsheet. Once you establish a mapping, Shotgun will try and remember those associations and reuse them in the future. So, for example, if you always map shot name to shot code, it will remember this, saving you time. And in case you missed it, some of our other importer improvements include associating your globally imported data with specific projects, adding date format options when importing, correcting any importer errors in bulk, linking tasks to entities with matching time logs and notes, considering ID fields case sensitivity, streamlining imports that don't exactly match your existing field names, as well as accepting a wider variety of data, such as currency symbols or percent data. As you can see, a lot of really great updates for getting your data into Shotgun. Another key area we've improved is task templates. Here, we've made it easier to automate task creation in a number of ways. The first is the ability to create task templates in context, like when creating new task templates from existing entities that have a set of tasks you want to reuse without leaving your project. Another enhancement is like when you apply or reapply task templates, you'll now be guided through the process, showing which tasks will be added or updated, and giving you an opportunity to remove any redundant tasks. Another improvement we've delivered is around editing any entity or multi-entity field. In the past, when you began typing, no values were suggested. Now, fields can be configured so they instead show the first 25 values immediately. In addition to the traditional finish to start dependency type, where the second task can't start until the first one finishes, we've added 3 new dependency types to give producers more power and flexibility. The first is finish to finish, where the second task can finish any time after the first task finishes. The next is start to start, where the second task can start any time after the first task starts. And finally, start to finish, where the second task can finish any time after the first task starts. We've also expanded the capability of calculated fields to include dates and date fields, so producers are no longer limited to only start and due dates, but can now do things like calculate a duration between 2 dates. With more people working from home, we've made a change that now allows admins to specify which users are allowed to access features related to downloading and uploading media, annotations, and thumbnails. When an admin turns this off, all instances of downloading media are removed from the interface for those users. We recognize that Shotgun is your studio's source of truth, and we continue to make sure it's easy to get your data into Shotgun and to get the most out of your data once it's there, so you can complete your complex project on time and on budget. The next area we'd like to highlight is integration and automation. Shotgun continues to support integrations with most of the digital creative tools used by artists throughout the industry today, allowing artists to work seamlessly with Shotgun in the context of their creative applications. And this is accomplished with our Toolkit platform. This Toolkit platform is available for others to build integrations as well, and we've seen companies like Epic and Unity build integrations for their game engines with Shotgun. And we've seen individual contributors in the community take advantage of the Toolkit platform to build integrations and then share them back into the community. Some of the community integrations we've enjoyed recently are Toon Boom's Harmony, Maxon Cinema 4D, Shotgun's Schema Inspector, and Nuke Hero's Dropper Tool. Some of the things we've recently released are, with the Rust API, you can talk to Shotgun from any environment that supports calling out to HTTP and Rust. With webhooks, you can now react to changes in Shotgun from any environment that can accept an HTTP request. With our Jira bridge, technical teams using Jira can now successfully collaborate with creative teams using Shotgun, allowing data to flow seamlessly between the 2 environments. And we've updated all our desktop products and integrations to Python 3, allowing us to remain current with the VFX reference platform. Our final area of recently released features is in media playback and review. On the media playback side, we're refocusing on our enterprise review workflows, with RV being a key part of this. You can see our commitment to RV in a recent release where we introduced progressive loading, which allows large lists of media to start playing even sooner. Here you can see the same set of shots starting at the same time in 2 different RVs. The one with progressive loading starts showing frames sooner, meaning teams are not waiting around for media to load, which is what happened in previous versions of RV when we had to wait for all the media to load before playback could start. For comparison, with 380 pieces of media, the frames start playing after 6 seconds, compared to the 60 seconds previously. With 1,520 pieces of media, frames start playing after 58 seconds, which is a big improvement over the 7 minutes it took before. Some of the other updates in RV are, we now offer support for images larger than 32K, which were previously bound by graphics cards and their memory limits. We achieve this by tiling the image under the hood. And we've improved playback for large EXR files. And in addition to Python 3 mentioned earlier, we've also updated to Qt5, again to remain current with the VFX reference platform. We continue to also remain current with the latest hardware SDKs from Aja and Blackmagic, and we've updated our media support with DNxHR, as well as Decode for ProRes and AV1. On the review front, our updates are from Shotgun Create. If you're unfamiliar with Shotgun Create takes advantage of the same powerful Shotgun backend you're familiar with, but presents everything in a slick, clean, artist-friendly environment that only shows creatives what they need without distracting them with anything else. Here, artists can easily see what they need to work on and can quickly launch their favorite creative tools and get to work. While reviewers can easily see everything they need to review, quickly dive into the review to get their artists the feedback they need, allowing them to return to their creative work as soon as possible. If an artist or a reviewer dives into a task, they can play back media taking advantage of the RV engine, as well as see the history of the conversation in a single stream for that task. One of the new features is that it's now possible to bring media from Maya or Photoshop into Shotgun Create with a single click. An example of this is when an artist play blasts in Maya, the frames automatically open in Shotgun Create, where you can check your work and add annotations or text before submitting it for review. Something reviewers can do now in Shotgun Create is see all the playlists in their studio, whether they're for internal or external review. This is ideal for quickly going through a set of reviews, but the real power comes in combining this with the other Shotgun Create features, like compare and annotations. Another thing you can do in Shotgun Create is capture an image or video for all those times you want to capture something from the web, or a creative tool like Maya or a game engine. Our final review feature is perfect for reviewers who need to give clear feedback over time. Ghosts allow you to see annotations on other frames, both before and after the current frame, so you can give the clearest visual feedback possible to your artists. While holding annotations holds a drawing until the next drawing, allowing you to give timing feedback as well. While these new features are found today in Shotgun Create, we're in the process of bringing these same workflows and review experiences to other parts of the Shotgun Review ecosystem, which we'll talk about more in the next section. And that's everything we've recently released in Shotgun, and all of this is available today. Now, let's take a peek at the areas the Shotgun team are currently investing in. The first effort we'll discuss is resource planning. Today, Shotgun shows you many helpful aspects of your production, like projects and people, as well as aspects that inform the work that needs to be done, in the form of crew planning, project timeline, and the task scale. But these exist in isolation and don't offer a cohesive view on the state of resource allocation the producer needs to ensure the delivery of a successful project. When talking with our customers about their needs, resource planning was one of the key areas we heard expressed as the thing Shotgun should solve. With our resource planning effort, we're connecting the data in Shotgun so producers can now understand the capacity of their artist against the workload of their project. Producers can now display the utilization of resources at the artist level, which rolls up into a department view, and finally to a project view. With these utilization views, producers can quickly understand if their artists are overbooked or sitting idle, and make the necessary adjustments so every person is working as optimally as possible. While we can optimize teams with the utilization views found in our resource planning efforts, developing the initial schedule for a project is still a job that requires a lot of detailed planning and attention. What producers want is to quickly come up with a bunch of different schedules, each one expressing a different approach to completing the project, and then iterating on them until they have the best schedule possible before any of the work has started. We've recently acquired some technology that allows producers to do just this. By inputting a number of requirements like tasks, dependencies, department size, key delivery dates, and so on, we take advantage of a machine learning process that generates a series of schedules, each one improving on the last, until the most optimized schedule for the given set of requirements is produced, in a matter of minutes. Of course, there are many ways to complete a project, so you can save your first schedule and then run a different iteration of the schedule, change the requirements like the start time of different departments, sizes of departments, and so on. Rerun the schedule and save the result. You can continue tweaking requirements and comparing the schedules you've generated until you land on the schedule that works best for your project. And this doesn't have to happen only at the beginning of a project. Anytime during the course of a project, you can input actuals, continue to tweak requirements, and generate new, optimized schedules. We truly believe this will change the way producers think about scheduling. For media playback and review, we're focusing on a number of efforts. The first effort we're undertaking is getting the editor more involved in the production process. At Shotgun, we believe open standards are a key part of establishing compatibility and consistency between tools. So we're developing a platform based on OTIO that will make it easier for editors to get more useful editorial content into Shotgun. Once the editorial content is in Shotgun, we want it to be immediately beneficial to creative teams, so artists and reviewers can see and review their work in the context of a cut. In addition to OTIO for editorial content, we're also looking to use OCIO version 2 in order to store and transport color data. This OTIO feature set will first appear in Shotgun Create, but like mentioned earlier, our ongoing effort is to harmonize the entire Shotgun Review ecosystem, so no matter where you view or review media in Shotgun, whether it's on the web, in RV, or Shotgun Create, you'll have the same experience and the same set of tools. Our next effort is synced review. With everyone working from home and review needing to happen on a variety of devices all over the globe, the need for people to come together to review work and collaborate is more important than ever before. And we believe Shotgun is the place to do this type of synced review. But connecting review is not enough. We also want to connect production data so studios can collaborate more easily across the entire supply chain of media and entertainment productions, which is critical given the scale of modern projects and their tighter timelines. Currently, this is challenging because each Shotgun site is siloed, making it extremely difficult for collaborating studios to share valuable production information with each other. We want to change this. We're examining what production information is the most critical for teams to share, and we're investigating the best way to share this information between Shotgun sites. By networking Shotgun sites and connecting the entire supply chain, studios can be more ambitious with their collaborations and the scope of their projects, delivering even more amazing work to audiences around the world. Our final effort is in integration and automation. Today, artists use a variety of creative tools geared toward their specific departments in order to contribute their individual files toward delivering their portion of the work. The result is a collection of loosely structured files that need to be managed, tracked, and versioned. And dealing with all of this is a complex process. It places a lot of the data management burden on the artist and makes automation difficult. We're investigating how to evolve our existing asset management features so artists can deal with assets rather than features, and that there's enough structure that automation is much easier. We believe this will simplify data and scene management so artists can focus more on being creative and studios can gain deeper insight into the state of their assets. Those are the key efforts the Shotgun team are currently investing in, and we're excited by everything we're doing to help you get your job done more easily. And we'll continue to share updates on each of these efforts as they progress. Thank you for being here today to hear what's recently been released in Shotgun and what we're aiming to do in the future to continue making Shotgun an essential part of your production process. Hi, everyone, and thank you for attending the Shotgun product roadmap. My name is Warren Trezevant, and as you saw in the presentation, I am a product manager here at Shotgun. And with me, Tram. Would you like to introduce yourself, Tram?
Yes. Hi, I am Tram Lee Jones. I also work with Shotgun, and I am on the street team. And I may know many of you out there already. And if not, hello and welcome.
Yeah. And we're here to answer your questions. So please consider what we just showed, and we'd love to answer any question you have, so please throw that into the question area. During the presentation, some people asked some questions, so I'm going to go down the list and start answering some of them. The first one relates to the isolation feature set that I kicked the presentation off with. And the question is this different than the previously announced Tier 1 model? And the short answer is no, it's the exact same thing. Adding a little more color to that, what we realized was the best way for our clients to get value from what we had to offer was to make it part of our super awesome subscription. And so we really wanted to make sure this was available to clients and make it as easy for them to take advantage of these features as possible. But in terms of the specific details, they're exactly the same. So whatever you were thinking about around Tier 1, it's the same thing with the new isolation feature set. The next question we have is around setting the height of spreadsheet rows inside of Shotgun. Tram, can I hand that over to you to answer? Wait, you're muted. Or I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can take that question. So the spreadsheet like rows inside of Shotgun is called our grid view. And with our grid view, there isn't a way to manually change the height, but what you can do is you can change the column to word wrap, which will automatically adjust the height for you.
Great, thank you. Moving on to the next question we have is, when will webhooks be out of beta? Yes, this is definitely something we want to move out of beta, and we're looking to put outside of beta, so we are aware of this and we know it's been in beta for a while. But because this is a public presentation, I can't offer any specific timeframes, but if you'd like to reach out to your street or sales rep, we would be happy to kind of give you some more details as we learn them. Moving on. Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to also add that if you're not familiar with who your street or your sales rep is, you can also just email us at support@shotgunsoftware.com, and we'll be happy to field that question to the right people.
Perfect. Another question we got is, could the Shotgun team create a replacement for Backburner, something that is separate from Shotgun but works with it? So Backburner is part of 3ds Max, and it works with renders. And so, no. Oh, Tram?
Sorry, I think it's part of Flame.
Flame, sorry. And so I think right now, it's not something we have on our plans, but something I do want to highlight is if you click down in the handout section of the window, there are 2 sections. This is an area where we encourage people to go start a conversation with someone from the Shotgun team. And there's also a public roadmap link. And if you click on that, that will take you to our public roadmap. And there's an area here where you can submit ideas. And this is a great way to get ideas like this in front of our product team and to prioritization. And submit this as an idea, and please give us as much information as possible. The next question we have is, will Shotgun at some point incorporate Concilium? So some people may have heard of Concilium because during the SIGGRAPH presentations, there was a presentation by Leica around taking advantage of some technology to help with their scheduling. And this is something that we have indeed acquired, and we're starting to work into our system at Shotgun. And so when you saw in the roadmap deck us talking about that generative scheduling, these are the same workflows that are found in Concilium. So we are really excited about what these workflows will offer our clients for their scheduling. And we have a lot of work to do to move that forward. And so we will continue to give updates on how this work is progressing throughout the year. Okay, the next question we have is, will Shotgun have a mobile app for Android soon? As far as I know, we have no plans for this. And again, this might be something that's really good to submit as an idea to our public roadmap. So I encourage you to go to the public roadmap and submit it as an idea so we can get it in front of our product team. Okay, there's another question, which is, are there plans for better management over permission rule sets and user roles within the organization? I don't know if you have an answer, Tram, but I'll tell you what I think my answer is, which is this is something that we know a lot of our clients want us to improve, and we're looking at how to improve them and the best way to improve them. So we're definitely doing some research on this and looking at ways to understand how we can fix this and what will work best for our clients. So it's good to know that it is something that you are concerned about. It's something that we're concerned about too. And we are doing the research to understand what it is exactly that people want and what is it that we can do to bring that forward so that people can have a better experience with this. Did you want to add anything to that, Tram?
Sorry about that. Not much. Just to kind of echo what you're saying, it's something that we have heard of quite a bit, and something we are, we are looking into internally. As you can imagine, it is quite a big. It's a big thing because it touches every area of Shotgun. Every feature of Shotgun will be affected by that. So that is something that we're currently looking into. And I know we've said it in some of the last questions, but we were strongly encouraged putting that feedback into our product roadmap in that link, because we do use that to gather interests. So, as you tell us something is incredibly important to you, we gather all that feedback, we organize it, and putting it into our system helps us visually see how important those things are to everybody.
Yeah. And I think a similar call out goes to that community link as well, that there is a community that you can engage with and talk about these and give more specifics about the type of things that you're looking for your projects or your sites, and learn what other people want around it. And that also really helps the team understand what we need to build. So I think it's great that you're asking the questions here, but we would love to have an ongoing conversation with you. So please come and visit the community. That link is in the handout section, but I'll say it here as well, which is community.shotgunsoftware.com. And there you can see a bunch of different topics that are already going, that people are talking about and having great conversations about, and we would love to cover anything that is not covered here today. Okay, I am looking at the rest of the questions. Another question we have is, will developing an OTIO platform for cuts require you to make data model changes to Shotgun? And and the answer to that is yes. We are looking at what we can do to really successfully make OTIO a great foundation for having that cuts environment in Shotgun and transporting cut data. So if you would like any more information about that, I highly recommend you reach out to your street or sales rep and have them put you in touch with the product team overseeing that OTIO platform development, because we're really excited about what this is going to offer people with regards to cuts inside of Shotgun, and we want to make sure you understand the types of changes that we're doing. Oh, okay. I realized that there's a whole other page of questions, so I'm going to go on to some of these. Another one is, any inside info on Shotgun Toolkit expanded capabilities coming down the road? That's kind of a broad question. So I think we're always looking at ways to expand our Shotgun Toolkit, make it more robust, and make it cover as many situations as possible. In the roadmap, when we were looking at that asset lifecycle management, some of that is taking advantage of the Shotgun Toolkit and the expansion of it. So I think that's some of the more interesting areas that we're looking at with regards to the Shotgun Toolkit. Another question we have goes back to the isolation feature set mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. And the question is, are you accepting new studios to play with that feature set? So the answer to this is we are close to making an announcement of when this will be available and how it will be available. So I think if you wait a short time, you will be able to get a lot of the information around this that you are seeking. Okay. The next one is, can you give some more details on the networking sites and how that will benefit sync reviews? I can give you a little bit. Both of those efforts are in research mode. So a lot of what we're doing right now is understanding our customer needs, as well as understanding our technology development and de-risking. And the thing that we really want to make sure we can do is connect the data and the people. So we see the people around the review area. So making sure that people can gather and look at the same thing and make sure that the communication is effective to everyone on the team. While the networking sites is really around moving the production data and making sure that teams that are cross-site can understand the work and how it's progressing, and making sure that teams everywhere can understand the data that is moving around. So I hope that helps give you a little bit more clarity into it. Again, this is an area that we're researching, and we'll be sure to give more details as this progresses. Okay, sorry, I just had to take a moment to read one. The next one is, how powerful are the new APIs? Will we be able to view live data from Jira in Shotgun or vice versa? And will we be able to link these to tasks? So the thing that allows you to connect Shotgun to Jira is our Jira bridge. And that allows you to build a mapping between items in Jira and items in Shotgun. And once you have that set up, it does give you a live view of each. So you then do have that capability to understand what is happening in Jira and see that in Shotgun and vice versa. So I highly encourage you to get more information about our Jira bridge and see if that gives you everything that you need. And the next question we have is, are there courses for Shotgun certification and or seminars on the enhancements? I do not know the answer to this, Tram. Do you know anything about Shotgun certification or seminars?
I believe there are some certifications, and it's done through our sales team. For the person who's asking the question, let us follow up with you on that one.
Yeah.
We may need to get a little bit more information in terms of what type of certification you're looking for. But yeah, let's just get a little bit more information from you, and then we can try and answer that.
Great. So the next question is, will the Jira Shotgun and Jira Bridge have a full two-way sync? Yes, it sends things both directions. Does Shotgun plan on providing integrated time tracking? Oh, is time tracking like logging, like people working?
I'm going to make the assumption. I'm going to make the assumption that that's what that's referring to. Do you want to? Basically, I think it's like automated time logs.
Yes. That's something that we hear quite frequently, and we know that that's interesting. I don't think that's something we have on the immediate horizon, but I would love to hear more about what you're after and what the situation is. And if you could drop that in the community or on the roadmap, that definitely sounds really interesting. And it also is something we are hearing quite a bit. Okay. The next one is, any time frame when OTIO will be supported on the web and Shotgun? Would it recognize added, removed, or modified shots and update accordingly? So again, because this is a public roadmap or public presentation, I can't give any specific timeframes. This is something the team is currently investigating, and we do understand that part of the OTIO process is the turnover, and that would need people to be able to understand what has been added, removed, or modified, and make sure that anyone receiving the OTIO would understand any differences between them. So we are definitely aware of this workflow and are considering it and want it to be part of what we deliver. One of the things we do want to do with the OTIO platform is deliver it in phases so that we are constantly delivering value to our clients. So you will see some of the workflows start coming out, and then we'll continue to improve on it so that we can satisfy all the things you wanted to have here. The next question is around, says, they would love to see or hear more about generative scheduling. It sounds very exciting. It is very exciting. We are really thrilled about it, and all the results that we've seen are very impressive. If you want to find out more, again, I would ask you.
I don't know if you cut out there, Warren, but just in case anyone missed what Warren just said, is that there is a session tomorrow where we're talking with Leica specifically around this area of generative scheduling. So hopefully you guys can sign up for that session and join in and learn a little bit more. I think your audio just went a little funny, Warren.
Let's see how we go.
There we go. There we go. You're back.
Okay, great. I was going to say, sorry about my audio, and thank you for conveying that information, Tram.
Got your back, man.
Another question we have is, we would love to be able to manage different color spaces in Create in the same way we can manage them in RV. Yes, that is definitely something that is on our radar. One of the things we're looking to do is incorporate OCIO version 2, which I believe just came out, and we will kind of continue to look at that, because what we want to do is be able to store all of those color profiles in Shotgun and be able to move them around and really have that integrate throughout your review experience. The next one is,
Uh-oh, Warren, you're cutting out again. Unfortunately, Warren knows the answers to some of these, but I will do my best to try and convey if he can't speak. Uh-oh.
is that better?
There we go. Okay, I hear you now.
Great. Let me just remember where I was. Okay, it says, hi again. Do you have plans to create secure review features to call with clients? And I think this is what we were talking about with our synced review. This is something where we want to be able to have people come into a secure review area, be able to have that in-person review, whether it's with clients or your team, to be able to do review and get all of the communication around the work fully out to the team. And again, this is something that we're currently researching right now and looking to do. We currently have a version of this in RV called RV Sync, and that is a great place to go to take advantage of this existing work that allows you to do just this. The work that I'm talking about is building on that idea and doing something a little bit larger, because with everyone working from home, we understand how important this is and how this type of review and collaboration. There's another question of what conversations are going regarding giving users better and more control over transcoding. So that's a great question, because one of the things that we're looking at right now is improving the transcoding for the Shotgun website. So making sure that all the movie strips are all higher res. And that's our first step in giving people a better sense of control over the transcoding. So once we've improved the transcoding quality and what people are seeing on the Shotgun website, we will then start moving down the path and start offering more and more capabilities around the transcoding. So I'm sure you'll hear more about that in future presentations. Are there any plans to make Toolkit faster? We're always trying to make Toolkit faster. There's so many things that go into latency and speed that we're trying to do as much as we can on our end to remove that. So performance is always on our mind, and we're always trying to do as much as we can to make it as fast as possible for you. Did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I would just add that if you don't already have a support ticket open with our team, please make sure to do so, so that we can take a look at exactly what it is that is potentially slowing you down or not as performant as you would expect. And then that way we can look into, what are the areas, what is the environment, what's causing the slowness. And again, if, you probably already have the email address, but it's support@shotgunsoftware.com.
Yep. Sorry, I'm just going down the list. Wow, there's a lot more questions than I had anticipated. So there's a number of questions around the asset management system, and will different studios be able to collaborate on the same assets in an easy way? So obviously that's the dream. We really want to make that an easy thing, as do our collaborations with creative tools like Maya and 3ds Max. And so this is something that we want to move towards. Obviously, this is something that is a huge effort and something that we will be taking steps in. But all of the things related to asset management are things that we're heavily considering. We're really looking at and figuring out the best way to deliver the most value to our clients in this. So I think there's a question, will there be a video replay of the presentation? So I'm thinking you're meaning this presentation of the Shotgun roadmap. So we will be able to send out a recording of this, or sorry, a recording of this will be made available so people can refer back to it. And so that's good. And the other thing that I just want to bring up, because I just got the notice that we're close to wrapping up, is we do have a lot of questions that we were not able to answer here during this Q&A time. So we will go through the log of all the questions, and we will do our best to respond to them and let you know the answers to them. And if, in addition to that, we again encourage you to go to the community site to make sure that you engage in conversations there, because a lot of the people there will have answers to your questions, and you'll be able to engage with other people in the community. Since we're close to wrapping up, Tram, did you want to have any other send-off thoughts?
No, I think you kind of covered it all. Again, if you have any questions that are maybe more specific to your site and how you're using it, you can always submit a ticket to us through support@shotgunsoftware.com. But kind of the best avenues is going through our community forums and putting any of your feature requests into our roadmap link for submitting ideas.
Great. Well, thank you everyone for coming to the Shotgun Roadmap presentation today. We really enjoyed sharing this information with you. It was great having an opportunity to answer some of your questions here, and we're excited to continue our engagement with you so that you can continue to help shape the future of Shotgun and get the best out of Shotgun so that you and your teams can make great visuals for everyone in the world. So thank you for being here today, and we'll talk to you soon.